All right, start of another day. It's a real hot one out today, but what we're gonna try to do is get the flue through the ceiling. So we gotta cut away some of this pine that's up there and figure out how far the trusses are spaced apart, how much space we have to get up through the roof. We have a 30-degree angle there. I have enough piping to either go up and over or potentially go straight up. We just gotta see what's underneath there and what we have to avoid. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of trial and fit today. We have a ton of stainless steel 16-inch double wall pipe to try to get outside. So that's the goal for today. Hopefully we'll get the chimney done. All right, so we cut away this top trim piece, and you can see this right here is a truss. We cannot go through that. We gotta go in between the trusses. So we're gonna have to go between this truss and this over here, and this gap we have right here, I think. We'll know in a second, as soon as I use the plumb bob to figure out where this edge falls as it relates to the flue. Dink. Yep, not gonna make it. We gotta jog back a little bit and then go up and out of the roof.
And isn't it cedar, not pine?
It might be cedar now that I smell it. Correction, it's cedar. So slight change of plans. We can't go this way because I really don't want to try to box in these trusses. That's generally not a good idea. This end truss, while still not a great idea, at least I have a wall below it that can support the load. So what we're going to do is reinforce this truss down to this wall and essentially open up an opening here that we can go out the back wall and then up. It's not as optimal as we would have liked because there's going to be this weird oval shape that we have to deal with to get through, but we really don't have another choice. Fortunately, nobody's on the back of this, as I've said multiple times. Nobody can see the back of this. Nobody is back there to look at what we're doing. So I'm using the level to project where this will cross, and then we can go up here and modify and do what we need to do to make enough support and a big enough opening that we can get through. But ultimately, because we have this wall, we can tie it all back down to there and hold any of the load or any of the weight that may come on this end of the roof. All right, up to the roof. So we got to trim back a little bit of the overhang so that we have enough room and clearance for the chimney. So we'll try to reach it from the top, get the sawzall out and see how much we have to trim back, but we're getting close. We have a hole. Well, the chimney is all but done. Now the hard part works. We got a box in around it. My plan of coming up through the roof didn't work. We had to go out the back wall and up because of the way the trusses were. So we're gonna call it an end for the night. It's about 106 out. We'll put a bag over top of this in case it rains. We don't want a bunch of water coming in. But tomorrow we'll frame this up, make this look nice, and then do framing inside. And we should be real close to laying stone on the main part of the fireplace. Thanks, everyone. Hey, everybody. It's a hot one out today. It's about 100 out. So we'll see what we can get done today. We got the chimney in, the firebox is in, and now we got to go hide it all. So we got to frame everything in and cover it with stone and siding so that you only see the pretty stuff. So we'll get as much done as we can today, hoping to get the roof sealed back up just in case it rains, but other than that, we'll see what we can get done. So this is the roof adapter that came with the flue. So we basically have to build a box for this to sit on that fits in the hole we cut yesterday. This will keep our 2-inch gaps to flammables and will help seal up things as it relates to water getting in and all those types of things. So 28.5 inches. How's the line look?
Pretty good. Geometry.
Unfortunately, due to a rainstorm that rolled in while we were finishing up the framing, I don't have any really good video of how this turned out. What you see here is a picture showing how we were able to frame in the box around the chimney and tie it back in to the wall on the back side of the fireplace. Generally speaking, pretty happy with how things turned out. Morning, everyone. Well, we got the fire brick up. That went pretty standard, pretty normal, real thin grout joints. Seemed to move pretty smoothly. Now we got to start framing the front and hiding all this stuff. And one of the things you got to do is, because the fireplace gets hot, you can't have wood within 2 inches of it. So that's why we're down here messing around with steel studs. I hate steel studs. They're a pain to cut, they're a pain to put together. I don't like them, but they're needed. So if you look up here, this ledge on the top of the fireplace, we need to be able to mount something to that, but it can't be combustible. So that's where the steel comes in. We run steel studs from here to 2 inches above there and 2 inches past on the sides. That'll give us, a fireproof structure that will be able to support a fair amount of weight. We're gonna have these yellow lines that you see up here are where the mantle's gonna go. And this will hold some of that weight. We'll have a lot of the weight on the outside as well. But we're putting together this wall. We should hopefully get the entire front framed in today and be pouring the hearth tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Saving wood, because I'm cheap.
I wouldn't say that. I would say we don't want to go to the store in the middle of a project.
Look at that nail. Look at that nail. It's
Nice.
huge.
You gonna save it?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it at you.